Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning, doing what I do for you. I got something good for you today. Let's go. Hope you got a few minutes to spare. I got something good for you. Let's rock. Right ism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I'm feeling good about that, so I got to keep doing what I do for you. Let's go. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it daily, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get all my right thinkers to do that with right knowledge and good information that's usable that you can manifest and prove for yourself that these principles that I give you can live by and make them work for you also. Universal. Let's go. The question, know thyself. Do you know you? Personal assessments, we call it personal reflecting. Now they call it assessment. Same thing, it's all good. Modern concepts, if it worked, I don't care what you call it. So the bottom line is, if it worked, it's all good. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know, and, excuse me, and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know probably wear a pyramid hat and tells you follow them. They're wise. All these persons reside in you. Right there, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Yes, I was told I'm following the man who had the pyramids. It's all pyramids from head down, but it all signifies perfection in spiritual concept form of man. Let's talk about it's not racist. Understand that. Disclosure. This ain't about race. This is about the truth. So historical truth and facts ain't got nothing to do with race. They just happen to be a different race of people who presented this problem, who caused this dilemma. Okay, what are you talking about? Right thinkers. Let's talk about Greeks, aka thieves, the original thieves. Yeah, they was the original thieves. What are you talking about now? Every time we hear you guys again, I'm gonna give you some facts to prove my point. I heard one guy say, "You never made your point." When I talked about the believers following what I just lied, but man, the fact that you following that is the point. So moving along. I like when you give me respectful comments. I really don't appreciate getting disrespectful comments. If you take the time to watch what I do and it don't do you, that's fine. I'm moving on. Let's go. Let me get this lesson in because I got something to teach. In my little Richard voice, they stole everything. Yeah, from us. He said about the Egyptians. The Greeks stole our. So they didn't steal it, so to speak. Why? Because we enlightened them. We educated them. Again, we educated them. And then, in less than 1,000 years, they came and made us their slaves. The Greeks were the first white man to enslave us, black people. Historical fact. Not a racist comment, not prejudice, nope, just a fact. So, moving on. Remember, this is a lesson. I got the book. Hey, I'm taking to the book in a minute because I wanted you to get the concept first. All right. They knew our gods. Quick, I keep want to tell this joke. We know Zeus was a black man. The Greeks loved Zeus. But let me give you background about Zeus. He slept around on his wife, had outside kids, and was a constant adulteress, committing adultery over and over again. Bunch of kids outside of his wife. Sound like a black man, don't it? Come on, man. It's a joke, Pop. Yeah. I didn't think about that. But yeah, I'm not gonna cut my old man balls off because that's what his son did to him because he wasn't a good dude. Okay, but this is the Greek mythology. But yeah, they knew our God and our Maya philosophy also concept. They stole that too. I got something for you that way. Why? Because we taught them. We educated them. When you teach, enlighten, instruct, and better someone who have bad intentions because they're not good people, you will suffer the heartaches and the pain of being taken advantage of. Like a parent raises a child, the child turns on them. That's unforgivable. That's a very egregious act from you to your parent. When I was coming up, if you disrespect your mom, I didn't message you. What about this that not popping allow that, but man and woman are a little different. So we got a different agenda when it comes to that. But when you as a people was taught, and you as a people bad intentions, we end up suffering. Watch this. They didn't have to invent anything. They didn't have to create nothing. They just stole everything that we gave them. They just took everything we gave them and put their little twist on it, repackaged the goods, and gave it back to us saying, this is what you need. Watch this. The names of our gods, from Amen, the hidden one, was changed to yours truly, Zeus, who I still tell you was a black man. In the beginning, how about this? The ancients got pictures of Zeus as a black man with a beard, curly hair, naughty hair, black man, black guy. They changed him. And they did Jesus. They changed him. But this is what the Greeks do. Let's read a little something about the Greeks right quick. I got to take this into the book to make my point. Where was I at down here? Okay, right here, name changes. I got that. Let me read something for you right quick. This is my book. Okay, Book of the Dead, translated by my teacher, Mutai Ashby. Watch this. Ancient Kemetic terms and ancient Greek terms. It's very uncanny, very unusual that they got a name for every one of our gods. They match us God for God. And then it stops. So let's go. In keeping with the spirit of culture, of Kemetic spirituality, in this volume right here, we will use the Kemetic names, going back to our callers' names, not what they did, our divinities through which we will bring forth the philosophy of the Per M Haru, aka book again, another one they changed, Book of the Dead. We call it Per M Haru. Oh, it's the Book of the Dead. So therefore, the Greek name Osiris not going to be used. We're going to give them converted back to our Kemetic names, our ancient Egyptian ancestor names. He is Asar. Asar or Ausar. That's the Egyptian, the Commission concept, or that's the name of our Commission God, Asar, not Osiris. But everybody know him as Osiris. You say Asar, who's that? Again, they took the name. The Greek called Aset Isis. Nope, she's Aset. Aset or Auset. The Greeks call her twin sister Nephthys. Her name is Nephthah. Nebthet. Anubis. Everybody know him. No, he's Anpu or Apua. Anpu, Anpu or Apuat, Apua, the opener of the way. He's the original king of underworld until his father, which is Asar, came down and he graciously gave his father. That's another lesson. But Their names, Hathor. Who's Hathor? Oh, that's Hathor. Who, who's Hathor? Confusing. Then you got Thought or Hermes. Who the hell is that? Okay, he's Tahuti or again Tahuti spelled with the D, pronounced with the T. I'm taping. All right. Okay. Now, but all these names again change from what we said we are. You go quick lesson. Me and my brother went to apply for a job at UPS. They don't know us because we didn't come in like that. So he on one side, I'm on the other side. He gives his name, Lars Wright. The lady said, Larry. He answers, white lady. Again, they good for that. So it didn't just stop. I'm taking you back again. I like to give you the origins of how they act, and we can see it began a long time ago. Watch this. Now, see the table below. The table below is going to show you. Hope you see that. I ain't computer literate. I can't put up on the computer do all that good stuff. I'm working on that now. But yeah, we got Kemetic ancient Egyptian names versus the Greek names. Run down right quick. Amen, Zeus. Ra, Helios. Ptah, Hephaestus. Nut, Rhea. Geb, Cronus. Nope. Okay, Net. Athena. Khonsu, Hercules. Set, Aries or Typhon. Bast, Artemis. Ujat, the eye, Leto. Asar, Osiris, or Hades. Set, because Hades is running hell. Asar is the underworld. They call it, their underworld is considered hell. Okay. Then you got Aset, again, Isis or Demeter. She runs heaven and hell. She can go up. She reads water heaven. We got 6 months of good and 6 months of bad. AK light and dark, supposedly. That's that Greek concept. I remember that too. Didn't know the difference. Okay. Nephep, Nephthys. Anpu, Apuet, Anubis. All the names from the Greeks we know. Hathor, Hathor, or how about this? Aphrodite, okay? Or Haru, Horus, or Apollo. From the Greeks, they jumped in. The Romans jumped in. They bought their part too, okay? They made their own. Who you go with? With Tahuti, he's thought Hermes, and the Greeks. Again, sorry about that. But the Romans called them Mercury. Same person, 3 different names, 3 different characters. Why? Because they make who they want to make. The original here, spin-offs to the right. Last one, Maya, Astri or Themis. She's justice with the scales and the sword. They took it all. They took it all. As my man Lou Richard said, it's not everything. So that was just the breakdown to give you. It's uncanny how all our gods match their gods. But we don't know about ours. We know about theirs. That's what they wake it. That's what they make it. That's what they do. Now here you go. Now they renamed Asar. We just did the Osiris. I just went through that to you. Okay, now watch this. Now when I studied Greek mythology at the University of Tampa back in 1975, I mastered the Greek mythology like I did everything else. Every god and goddess in Egypt was copied by the Greeks. But at that time, I didn't know. I just thought that I was, and being a Greek mythology master just meant that I was very argumentative, very egotistical, and thought I could win every argument because I knew basic fundamental things, aspects and concepts that the average person might not know. So I thought I was smarter than everybody else. But I still was running drugs and selling to my neighborhood doing nonsense. How smart was I? With my right thinking philosophy, Egyptian, I refused to do that. So their knowledge didn't enlighten me. It just made me egotistical, like it do everybody else who get them degrees from the university. They're doctrinating them into what they want you to be, to think their way. Wrong thinkers, okay? But watch this. But they wasn't telling me what the truth. They taught me a whole bunch of stuff, but they didn't bring me the truth. All that knowledge that the Greeks had came from the minds of Egyptians. Sound familiar? Why? Because everything they taught We taught everything they taught. We taught them. They just again repackaged it. That's the hustle of all hustles. Okay, again. Now I am a master of Greek mythology since the early '80s. I'm a master thinker now, so I no longer. Okay, I have mastered the knowledge of the Greek mythology for years. I was proud of being a thinker. Yeah. Again, egoistic. And I learned to master any craft that I became part of, aka from the Greek mythology was first. Then I went to become a Mason. And I was a Greek mythology master. What that meant was I was a storyteller who knew how to put a message in a story from the Greek philosophy point of view. Couldn't tell me nothing. I still use the story. I use the method, but not the Greek gods. I don't use none of them. Let me tell you why. After mastering what my Masonic craft, 20 years, obtaining mastery of all the degrees in Masonic order, I was still in search of what? Truth, logic, perfection. Okay. Higher order, higher degrees. Now, after mastering for the last 30 years, learning the Egyptian mystery system, now that knowledge, I now have the complete truth of what our ancient ancestors and I know myself. Greek mythology didn't do that for me. Masonic order didn't do that for me. Right thinking philosophy did that. Maya philosophy, she taught Netta, semi-Tawi, did it for me. I'm trying to use right thinking philosophy so it can do it for you, for those who want it done. Simple as that. Let me get back to the lessons so I can wrap this up. Now, wrong thinking, here we go, is what? Believing instead of knowing. I was a believer at one time also. So it's not a knock. Understand that. Believing just means you don't know. You can change being a believer to a knower. Simple. When I was a master right thinker, when I was a master, just a master thinker of Greek mythology, it didn't change my life. It didn't enlighten me, it didn't inspire me, it didn't motivate me to find God out there. I had still didn't need God. I'm just a thinker. Again, after 30 years of really studying the spiritual truths, and I live by them today. And now, if you follow a concept and it don't improve you as a person, stop. Become a right thinker. That's why it would happen for me. Why? I tried all the other stuff. If what you doing is not working for you, stop doing it and try something else. That's all I'm saying. And if you try right thinking philosophy, it don't work for you, stop that and go to something else. But keep trying till you get it right. That's the concept. T.D. Jakes. Find something that works for you and work it. Anything works if you work it. I tell you, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, you can work them. If that's what works for you, work it. Right thinking philosophy is what you should be using. Why? Because its goal is teaching you our ancient ancestry philosophical principles, aka Mayat, that you can live by. That's what I do. So I'm trying to show you what it looked like. I like the Greek mythology stories. Yeah, I used them, but it didn't move me to spiritual enlightenment. It didn't raise my consciousness. It didn't raise nothing except my ego level of thinking I'm smarter than anybody else, which is what most people with them degrees in the philosophy think. They not spiritual enlightened. They just have knowledge. Ancient Egyptian, not Egyptian, they call it Greek mythology, but they got Egyptian concepts misconstrued, so you don't better yourself. You just walk around, look to George Jefferson. How proud, egoistic, arrogance. Okay, that's what they give you. Right just now, right thing in philosophy is knowing for yourself, not believing someone else. Do your due diligence. If you want to know something, find out. We're in the age of Aquarius. Information is everywhere. All the Greek stories was just stolen stories turned from our ancient ancestors, Egyptians, turned their way. Again, I got the information first, so I'm fully aware of what they do and how they do it. Why? I learned that first, and it didn't do nothing for me. Didn't raise the meter at all. My ego went sky high. I learned, watch this, the stolen knowledge first. Again, I didn't question it. I didn't do nothing. I didn't ask. I just believed what they told me 100% and thought I was the God, thought you couldn't tell me nothing. It's still, I cringe now because I ignorant and stupid. I must have seen to someone who really knew what they talk about. I said, this fool ain't got a clue. Saying, look, I get some people today, so yeah. But I was young. I'm not young now. I don't believe, I know. Let me wrap this up. After learning the real truth for myself, again, I lost respect for the Greeks and the Masonic order also. I don't care about none of them. And you can't pour that nonsense on me. When you know the truth, you ain't got to go for a lie, no matter how well it's dressed. Okay? Or how intellectual it seems. It's still a lie. Let me move on. I'm about to wrap it up. Sorry, it's a little long. I know it would be, so hope you got the message again. I'm a student of life. And with spiritual truth, and now that I know the truth for myself, I use right thinking to teach others the truth that I know, not what I believe or think. I only can teach you what I know, and that's what I do for you. Let me wrap it up. I believed in the Greek mythology back then. Yeah, that's the proof right there. But now I know and live the what Egyptian spiritual truth, aka Maya philosophy. I call it right thinking philosophy. Follow me and you can learn and do the things you need to do for yourself. That's why I do what I do for you. It's all to help you be your best self. That's right thinking philosophy. I'm out.